I was really very scared to meet you.
Me?
Yes, gorgeous and talented. And your connection with David. You know, there was a time when I thought we were on the road to getting back together. And I met you.
The story is about a woman who has a whirlwind, love at first sight kind of love affair, and decides to give up everything, her job, her home, her life in San Francisco, and move to a small Southern California town because she meets this dream guy. And when she gets there, she finds out that this dream guy does not have a dream ex-wife. He has a very difficult ex-wife and a lovely little girl. But, you know, the first wife, you know, seems to be making an effort. But as time goes on, the relationship gets more and more complicated and more scary.
I'm scared.
Lily, you're just getting used to riding a new horse. You're fine.
I want to ride her.
You're not getting off this horse.
I always wanted Katherine Heigl to do this movie and play this role. I had worked with her in another film, Life as We Know It, and I think she is one of the greatest actresses working today. I think she's capable of anything. I think she has a level of technique that is kind of mind-blowing. And I really wanted to see her do something different. And I knew she could do this, and she knew she could do it. And she had the courage to really go out on a limb. I mean, this part and this character is very extreme and very complicated and does some very unlikable things. But, you know, she's so lovable. That's why she, you know, was so wonderful in so many of the romantic comedies she did, is there's such a kind of beautiful, angelic quality that she has.
She doesn't seem to feel safe.
I'm sorry, who asked you? She's safer here than she is alone with you. You ready?
We had a very difficult time finding someone who looked like they could be Katherine Heigl's mother. I wanted someone of equal beauty who was still beautiful at, you know, as a woman of a certain age, and was as perfect and put together as the Katherine Heigl character. It was very difficult to find the right person. And when Cheryl Ladd came up, I thought, oh my gosh, she is a great beauty. You know, I remember her from Charlie's Angels, and every guy, you know, was in love with her. And as soon as I met her and she read for the role, I was like, oh God, she's perfect.
I know exactly what it is that you are trying to do. And I am not gonna let you put Lily in the middle of this anymore.
Are you threatening me?
Yes.
The thing that really got me about Rosario Dawson is that she has an inherent goodness about her. She has a huge heart in real life, and it comes through in the films that she does, and a likability and an intelligence and a sexiness. You know, you can see that a guy would just take one look at her and say, like, that's it, you know, that's the woman for me. But, you know, when I had met her and I would see her even doing, you know, publicity or interviews or talk show interviews, I sensed something in her that I knew that would work for the character, is that you just know that there is a good heart there.
I know she's Lily's mother, and of course I respect that, but it feels like I'm stepping into her life.
It's not easy, all this change.
I get it.
No, you don't. You couldn't possibly.
It's an entire female team from beginning to end. You know, our studio executives, Lynn Harris and Nija Kirkendall, our producers, you know, our producer, Lynn Harris and Allison Greenspan, our writer, Christina Hodson. So, you know, I had a lot of women on the team, which was great. It was really wonderful. And developing the script with them, with Allison and Christina in particular, was wonderful because we share a lot of the same experiences. We have a shorthand, we have an understanding. We, would say, well, I would do this, I would do that. My friend did this, my mother used to do this. We had this kind of, group thing about, making sure that we kind of all believed what each woman was doing at any given time.
You're worthless, Julia. You'll always be worthless.
Tessa, why are you here? David?
I enjoyed directing it. I enjoyed telling that story. And, it's amazing how many people said to me, like, gosh, I've thought of doing that. Or I've kind of, when I've gotten really jealous or really angry, I've kind of thought about that. Like in my darkest hour, I would never do it. But to see her do it is, really kind of fun to see it. So the twists and the turns and the scares, and I think seeing her go so far, she goes one step further, then another step further, then another step further.
This is not my fault. This is her fault. You should never have brought her here.